Alright guys, today we're going to do 3.8 graphing linear equations. There is a 4-step process for this, and this will make it very simple to do every time, because every time we're going to do the same 4 things. So the first thing you're going to do is get the equation in slope-intercept form. So last time we talked about slope-intercept form, which is y equals mx plus b. And you learned about this in 8th grade a little bit, so this is not a new formula for you. The first thing you want to do is graph the y-intercept. So the y-intercept is this b part that's on the end. So you're going to put that on the y-axis first. Then you're going to use the slope, which is the m part, to create more points up and down the graph. And then you're going to draw that line using a straight edge, hopefully, and add the arrows to the ends, because those lines are going to continue in both directions infinitely. So we're going to do a few of these. Some of them are very straightforward, and then you can see at the bottom there are some where we're going to have to get y by itself, so we'll do all of that. And then it's just this one page, so we just have to do that and we'll be good to go. So on this first one, we're going to start by putting a point on -3 on the y-axis. Because this is -3, that means that we're talking about -3. So go down there and find -3 on the y-axis. And then the slope is always, remember, rise over run. Remember we talked about the y going on top, because you're going to go up and down. You're going to go up or down, and then right or left. So for this, that means that 2 goes on top and 1 goes on bottom. So if you don't have a fraction already for your slope, you're going to want to make it be a fraction, putting that whole number on top of a 1. So what that means you're going to do is you're going to rise 2, run 1. And you can do that a couple of times. Rise 2, run 1, rise 2, run 1. If you want to or need to go the other way, you're just going to go the opposite. So you're going to go down 2 and then left 1, like that. Okay. So then after we have several points on there, we're going to use our straight edge or ruler to draw in that line. Those dots should easily connect, and then put our arrows on the end, because that line is going to keep going up, 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 and down, down, down. Okay, so that's how you do it. Let's do a few more. So this one does not have a plus b. If it doesn't have a plus b, then that means it's the same thing as having plus 0. We did talk about that in the last video. So that means that that's going to be on the origin. So if you have something like this with no plus or minus, then you're going to start on the origin. And then this one already has a fraction, so we're going to rise 1 and run 4, like that. So if it already gives you a fraction, you're going to go up or down, and then left or right. So this one, if we wanted to go down 1, then we would also go left 4. And then that's all that we can get on our graph, because it's a small little coordinate plane. Put your arrows on, and you're done. 4-step process. All right, let's look at number 3. So number 3, we're going to start at plus 4. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Up 4 on the y-axis. And then if you have a negative x, that means that your slope is -1. And remember, we want that to be a fraction, so we're going to have -1 over 1. So that means you're going to go down 1, right 1, down 1, right 1, down 1, right 1. Because since this is a positive 1, we're going to go to the right. And since this is -1, we're going to go down. Okay, so always go to the right, unless you're, trying to put in these extra points at the end. After we get a few of those on there, we'll be able to connect our dots and put our arrows on. Okay, so those first three kind of represent all of our options that we could have. We could have a whole number, we could have a fraction and a zero y-intercept, and we could have a negative slope. So make sure that you're paying attention to this. Also, recall the Slope Dude video. If this is a positive number, both of these are positive numbers, then it should be going puff, puff, positive, or up the mountain, up the mountain. And if it's negative, then it should be a nice negative, and you're going down the mountain. Okay, so make sure you remember that as you're doing these. Number 4 is similar to number 1. We're going to start at positive 1 on the y-axis. And then our slope is negative 3, so we're going to put that over a 1. And so then we're going to go down 3, 1, 2, 3, and right 1. Down 3, 1, 2, 3, and right 1. And then if you want to add 1 the other way, then you're going to go up 3, 1, 2, 3, but then left 1. Okay, so that takes the negative and switches it so that you can go up and then left. And connect our points, put on our arrows, and we're done. All right, number 5, similar to number 2 because it's got a fraction for your slope. This time though, we're going to start on 2 on the y-axis because it has a plus 2, so that means we go up to 2 on the y-axis. Then for this one, I'm going to say that my slope is negative 2 over 3. So I kind of move that negative up there with the 2. So then I know I need to go down 2 and right 3. Or you could have had 2 over negative 3, which would have meant we went up 2 and left 3. Okay, so you can move that negative to the top or the bottom. Just make sure once you move it, you follow the directions you've given yourself. So this was down 2, right 3. This was up 2, left 3. Okay. And there we have that one. Now this last one isn't exactly right because it's not in slope-intercept form. It has 4 minus 3x. Well, what we really need is negative 3x plus 4. Okay, so sometimes you have to rearrange even when y is already by itself. Okay, so since this was a positive 4, it's going to be plus 4, and since this was minus 3x, it's going to be negative 3x. So this one we're going to start at 4 on the y-axis, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then our slope will be negative 3 over 1. So we're going to go down 3, 1, 2, 3, and right 1. Down 3, 1, 2, 3, and right 1. And we can do that one more time. Now, we couldn't have gone up 3 and left 1 because we don't have room to do that. So it's okay if you can't go both directions. Okay, so there's that one. All right, so all of those already had y by itself. This one did still require a little bit of rearranging, but still y was by itself. These last 4, y is not by itself, so we have to do some math first. And we did talk about this in Monday's video, right here on this page, where we were rearranging from standard form to slope-intercept form. So that's what we're going to be doing here, and then we're going to graph it. So for this one, we're going to move the x by making it negative, moving it to the other side. And so you have negative x minus 2. Remember the x gets to go first because it's a letter. And then we're going to divide everything by 2. Now, here's what that means. Right here, we just have y left. But right here, this is like having negative 1x. So we're going to have negative 1/2 x minus 1. Because negative 2 divided by 2 is negative 1. So make sure you're being really careful and doing both those steps. Move the x, make it negative if it's positive. If it's negative, make it positive. So make sure you're watching your signs. They need to be the opposite when you move it. And then divide everything by whatever number is with the y. Okay, so be really careful when you're doing that math. All right, and then when I graph this, I'm going to start at negative 1, just like I would have up here. So negative 1. And then my slope tells me to go down 1, right 2. Down 1, right 2. And if you want to do a few the other way, you would go up 1, left 2. Up 1, left 2. Okay. Get that lined up. Connect my points. And we're done. All right, let's do another one. So this one, I'm going to move the 2x by subtracting it. So I have negative y. Don't drop that negative. That's a negative. Equals negative 2 minus 4. Okay. And then this is really like having negative 1y. So I'm going to divide everything by negative 1 so that I can get y by itself. Negative 2 divided by negative 1 is just positive 2x. And negative 4 divided by negative 1 is positive 4. So you're going to change that to plus 4. And then that looks kind of similar to number 1 or number 4. So we're going to start with 4 on the y-axis. And then remember our slope is 2 over 1. So that we rise 2 and run 1. Well, I can't do that. So if I can't do that, I have to do exactly the opposite. So I'm going to go down 2 and left 1. Down 2 and left 1. Down 2 and, whoops, left 1. Okay? So if you can't do what your slope is telling you to do the opposite of that. So I couldn't go up 2 and right 1. I had to go down 2 and left 1. Notice that this slope is positive. And when I make my graph, it is going up the hill, so it is positive. So just make sure you're being careful about ones like that. Okay, let's do these last two real quick. Then we'll be done. So this one, I'm going to have to add the 3x. So what that means is I have 6x equals 3x plus 12, like that. So I'm sticking this in front of the 12. It gets to go first. And then I'm going to divide everything by 6. Now, when you do that, your 3 divided by 6 gives you a decimal. Well, you don't want a decimal. Hold on, let me get a calculator. So you have 3 divided by 6. That's going to give you this decimal. Well, you don't want that. Your slope always needs to be a fraction or a whole number. So I'm going to change that by pushing math. See how it's already on fraction. Enter, enter. And that's going to tell me 0.5 actually is the fraction 1/2. So I'm going to have 1/2 x. And then 12 divided by 6 is 2. Okay, so I have plus 2. And so then for this one, we're going to start at 2 on the y-axis, and then we can go up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2. And if you want a few more points, you just do the opposite of that, which is down 1, left 2. Down 1, left 2. Okay. Usually after you get 4 or 5 points on there, you've got plenty to make a good straight line. Okay, one more. This one we're going to subtract 4x. So we're going to have negative 2 left on the left, and then we're going to have negative 4x plus 0 on the right. So then I'm going to divide everything by negative 2, and I'm going to have y equals negative 4 divided by negative 2 is positive 2x, and 0 divided by negative 2 is 0. Well, I don't need that. That doesn't change my problem to have plus 0. So remember number 2 up at the top where we had just 1/4 x. I said that was the same as having plus 0, which means you are going to go through the origin. But we never write plus 0 in our answer because you don't need it. That's not fully simplified. And then this means that our slope is 2 over 1, not 7. So I'm going to go up 2, right 1, up 2, right 1. And if I want to go the other way, I'm going to go down 2, left 1, down 2, left 1. And there you go. So that is graphing a linear equation, whether you're in slope-intercept form already or in standard form. So if you're in standard form, you just want to convert it to slope-intercept form and then graph using the y-intercept and then the slope to get some more points.